welcome back to my channel. So today we will be doing a review video. Today we will be reviewing all the packs of the Sims 4. So today the video is going to be very fun. So welcome to my channel. Let's start the video. And yes, yesterday night I created this presentation, so don't say this that I stole someone else's review and I'm making it as my video. So no, I created this presentation, okay? Okay, let's get started. So yeah, first you need to subscribe to my channel, comment down below your suggestions, and like my channel, and share it to your relatives, your friends, your family members, everyone. So just do that, okay? And then we will step up to the next level. Okay, so the first question that comes to your mind, but comes to my mind actually, while thinking about packs, is that what packs should be your first packs. Like my first pack was a bundle. I built a bundle of City Living, Dine Out, and what was that? Backyard stuff. So what pack should be your first? Let's check out that. So the first pack that I recommend you to be your first expansion pack, in case you're not building a bundle, should be seasons. Like seasons you obviously need in your game, plus the activities are so good that you obviously need it in your game. Of course the build and buy items are not so cool, but the cast items are too good. So if you are looking for some pack for the cast items, you should definitely go for the seasons. Of course the activities are so good, the calendar, the event planning, all that stuff is too good. So obviously you need seasons in your game, and especially I like the winter season. When it comes to all the four seasons, especially I like the winter season because of the snowfall and how beautiful does the world looks in winter. But of course it doesn't get you any worlds like other expansion packs do. But obviously there is a world I would recommend you, that is in base game, that's the Willow Creek. So is the that is the kind of like a world that gets the most snowfall. So if you are if you are all about snowfall, and that's why you're buying seasons, then of course you should build your house in Willow Creek with high of roofs, and they're going to look beautiful in winter season. Of course Willow Creek has winter real extremely. Let's get to the game pack. Okay, so the game pack I suggest you that should be your first is Parenthood. So Parenthood should be your first ever game pack. Why? Because Parenthood gets you so many options to shape up your child's lives, from toddler to teenage, and depending on how you treated your kids, uh, make them a gentleman or a, like kind of like a bad boy in future, in like when he becomes a young adult. Like I used this pack a lot when I was doing my Get Famous Let's Play that was off camera, and I really enjoyed this pack at that time because I was shaping my child's life according to how his parents were. I mean, rude parents. His parents were so rude, but obviously he became a very good boy, and he donated to charity, all that stuff. So Parenthood should be your first ever game pack because it gets you so many options to shape your child's lives as you want. If you want, you can be strict, you can be firm, you can be soft, you can be you know you can be medium. If you want, you can be strict. If you want, you can be soft. It's up to you. And of course it gets you so many good clothes, so that you can dress up your parent sims and your child sims accordingly. There are so beautiful clothes, and I really do like the secret diary feature that you can write in your secret diary. And then the first ever your first ever stuff pack should be laundry day stuff. Why? Because stuff packs don't get you a lot of stuff, but of course a little bit of stuff. So for a little bit of stuff, laundry day stuff should be it. I mean, you get to wash your Sims clothes rather than getting any other stuff pack. Like if you're thinking about spooky day stuff, don't go for it. It's so gosh, it's like gross. So don't go for spooky stuff. Go for laundry day stuff as your first ever game pack. They all cost this for this first ever stuff pack. They all cost you the same price, but the gameplay gets different. So the laundry day stuff is you need this in your game in case you want to wash clothes. And I really like this feature, this hanging feature. I don't know what it's called, but this hanging feature, and that you can sit and wash your clothes like a lot of people do. And then what expansion packs are best? So in my suggestion, season is the first expansion pack that I want you guys to have. Rather than that, let's see, if you already have seasons, then what other packs you should have. Let's check that out. See, city living pack was my first ever expansion pack, and it is really very satisfying. Like many expansion packs are not so satisfying. Like get to work is not satisfying, get together is not satisfying, but city living is satisfying, you guys, is satisfying. Like some expansion packs are really satisfying in the Sims 4. Some expansion packs are not satisfying, but city living is one of the satisfying Sims packs, expansion packs. So if you already have seasons, and if you want some other kind of pack, some different pack, then you should obviously go for the city living, because the apartment living is amazing. And then the festivals like the geekon, the humor and hijinks, the romance festival, they're all so good, and they all together make the pack amazing. And it can be your first ever expansion pack. Like my first ever expansion pack was that. I've obviously told you a lot of times in the video, but anyways, it can be your first expansion pack because it is worth it. It is worth becoming your first ever expansion pack. So yeah, you can totally go for city living. Let's see what's next. Then I truly recommend cats and dogs. For some people, cats and dogs come before city living, because they love cats and dogs. If you love cats and dogs, then you should probably keep this before city living, because I don't like cats and dogs much in my gameplay, and because the pets aren't controllable, they aren't playable, they do whatever they like. That's the reason I didn't like cats and dogs much. But it's good. You can go for it. And yeah, uh, I think that this pack is good. You can go for it. I actually bought this pack. It was my fifth expansion pack, I believe. Yeah, I got this on my birthday, so it was my fifth expansion pack, and I don't think that you guys won't enjoy it. It's truly one of those packs that are satisfying. It gets you the most beautiful world in the Sims 4, at least in my opinion. The Brindleton Bay, that gives you a little bit of American and a little bit of European vibe that you're going to enjoy a lot. Brindleton Bay is so beautiful. I can't pronounce it properly, but it's okay. So Brindleton Bay, oh gosh, okay, leave that. It's so beautiful. That world you probably should go for. And let's leave the world. Let's get to the cats and dogs theme. So, and obviously, cats and dogs are also cats and dogs pack can also be your first ever expansion pack. If you don't want seasons, if you don't want city living, cats and dogs can be a good choice too. Let's move ahead. Let's check out what. Okay, get Get Famous. Get Famous was my third expansion pack that I bought a few months ago. So Get Famous I got at New Year. I bought at New Year. So, and I really do like the fame system of it. I really do enjoy the whole the cat items. You don't get much cat items. The cat items are the creator sim items that you make your sims wear. So if you don't know that, I'm going to tell you that. So the items that your sims wear are called cat items, creator sim items. So you don't get a huge amount of cash items in this pack, but and of course Del Sol Valley, the world you get with it is not so satisfying. But the fame system, I am not quite satisfied after getting this pack. Like, I was not quite satisfied after getting this pack because it only gets you fame system and the fan system and the paparazzi system. So that's all included in the fame system. So I don't really think I enjoyed this pack much. But obviously, if you write, you get fame. If you paint, you get fame. If you read, you get fame. If you act, you get fame. So there are many ways you get fame from this pack after you have this pack. But you know, Del Sol Valley is not satisfying because the vegetation, is it vegetation? Is it called vegetation? Like, it is so sandy. It is so sandy. It's nowhere like Los Angeles, or you can say Los Angeles. It's not like Los Angeles. It's not like the real Hollywood. But I really do like the fame system, but it is not quite satisfying for me, and it shouldn't be your first expansion pack because it's going to be a wrong choice. But yeah, it's enjoyable at first look, but then it becomes boring. I don't know why, but I don't really enjoy that. Okay, now we get to the island living. Island living can definitely be your first ever expansion pack because it gets you the beautiful world of Salani, so many activities, and the graphics are so good. Like, literally, if you are going to have a little bit of look at this water down here, you'll see that it is so beautifully made. And when you go for a swim in the sea, you look at the corals, the reefs, they're so beautiful. I mean, God, I mean, I was like fainted after seeing this pack. So I really did enjoy this pack, and it is satisfying. You can say it is satisfying. Um, Salani world is altogether so beautifully made up, and the activities, the gas items. Oh my God, the creator sim items and the build and buy items. They're so good. You can create houseboats, even though there's not a particular lot type for that, but you can create it on residential lots. So island living can definitely be your expansion packs, but remember that your expansion packs should be like the ones you need the most. Like, you need cats and dogs in your games, then it's okay. You need seasons in your game. Why I recommend city living to be your first expansion pack, because it is so satisfying, because it gets you all fulfilled, all stuffed up. The gas items, there are so many gas items, there's so many build and buy items, there's so many build mode items. Altogether, it's an amazing pack. Same with island living, but Get Famous should not be your first ever expansion pack, but still I rated it third in my you know, in my list, and island living fourth. Why? Because island living at some point is no better than Get Famous, because in Get Famous you get to get rich. So I think that's really cool, and I've always made myself rich. And yeah, get to famous also gets you rich through the YouTube system. They have this video making system by which you get rich. And then there's this Discover University. Why Discover University is, I think, fifth in my list, because you know why? Because Discover University, I really do think that the Brightchester, the world we got with it, is adorable, but the thing I hate about it is that you don't get in the classes with your Sims. They just disappear. That like they do in base game or like with other packs. They just disappear. You only get a world, you only get a university, you only get two universities like Foxbury and Brightchester. So and you get degrees and all that stuff, and you get grades also depending on um how you have performed in the terms, and you also get a juice cake stand, so that's also amazing. But Discover University is so far down the list because I thought I would get into the classes. I don't know about the Sims 3 university packs because I haven't played Sims 3, but I really think that this should not be a first ever expansion pack. And then Get to Work that I just recently got is not so satisfying because you get three careers here: doctor career, detective career, and the scientist career. So it was the first of its expansion pack ever made for the Sims 4. You get the retail business also, but in case you are buying this because of the retail purpose, then this should not be your choice, because when you open a retail it takes a lot of effort and then very less people buy your stuff. Not not that your stuff like keeps on selling, but no, it isn't sold very easily. It takes a lot of effort to sell your goods, and if you're thinking about buying it for the three carriers, then it's okay, it's completely fine. And obviously the cash items are like medium. You don't get a lot of cash items like in Get Famous. You get a little bit, like a very less cash items, but in Get to Work you get medium amount of cash items. You don't get much, you don't get less. And I really do like the windows of Get to Work that we get for the retail purpose, but I use it in my builds a lot. But also the Magnolia Promenade, the world that comes with this pack, is so small. I haven't thought that Magnolia Promenade was going to be so small, but it is so small. It only has four lots. So in case, and Magnolia Promenade is not so beautiful. So if you're thinking that you will get Magnolia Promenade, and due to that you are buying this pack, you should not buy this pack just for Magnolia Promenade. So you should completely make your mind for Get to Work. Then comes my least favorite pack, that is Get Together. Get Together I only like because of Hindenburg, the world you get with it. It was amazing, and it was European. It was Europe based. But Get to Work basically lets you build clubs, make clubs for your Sims where you can hang out together with a lot of your friends, and yeah, that's it. That's the whole description of the pack. You get a lot of gas items in it, as you can see. So here you see a lot of gas items in the poster also. So you get a lot of gas items with it. Yeah, that's cool. That's the whole description actually of Get Together. Now, what game packs are best? Obviously, for me, Parenthood was the best ever game pack, and then the second game pack is Outdoor Retreat. So, Outdoor Retreat, I bundled up with Cats and Dogs. You get to rent the buildings, build up here, and and this world Granite Falls. The world of Granite Falls is also beautiful, like magnifique. That's beautiful in French. So I told you I taught you French in the video, right? So the Granite Falls is also very beautiful. If you are into jungle, you should get this pack. And for a game pack, this is a lot more than game pack. So I obviously recommend you to get this one. It can be your first ever game pack too. And for me, on the third number comes the Sims 4 Vampires. Why the Sims 4 Vampires? Because I really do like the vampire system and the Forgotten Hollow. The world get with the vampires is just amazing. At night it looks so beautiful, like literally. I haven't thought that vampire the Forgotten Hollow world was going to be so beautiful. And then I really do like the vampire system and Vlad that keeps coming in your way. And also you only get a beautiful world with it. Not only you get a beautiful world with it, but you get so many build and buy items with it that are basically Victorian, and also some cash items. But cash items are not so good because they are like vampires obviously. So I don't think I like the gas items that much. Then comes Dine Out. I don't know why people like Dine Out so much. If you're thinking that this should be your first ever game pack, then it is a wrong choice, because Dine Out, it basically takes a lot of, you know, a lot of time to go to the restaurant, to order, to eat. So I basically use this pack very less. I don't really use it that much. I hate this pack, but it is still number four in my list. Yeah, number four in my list. Sorry. So it is number four in my list. The cash items are okay, they're not so good. The build and buy items are not so good. You only get a lot type, that's restaurants. So that's the whole description of it. Then comes Jungle Adventure. Jungle Adventure is a lot better than Strangerville. They both look the same, but the Jungle Adventure is a lot better than this. So no, sorry. Yes, Jungle Adventures was is a lot better than Strangerville. So the Jungle Adventure is about adventure that you and your Sims are going to have. The world, as you can see, is very beautiful. I really enjoy going to vacations at jungle, at in this world in the jungle. But I really think that this is not my taste. And I don't think that modern gamers won't like this pack a lot. If you are into Victorian gameplay, then you should obviously have vampires and jungle adventure, but this should not be your first ever game pack. No, then it is going to be a wrong choice. Then comes the spa day that has so many beautiful cast items. I really do like the trousers here, and the build and buy items are also good, like the bamboo. And of course the build and buy items, I am a fan of it, and it doesn't function really properly, like proper in a way that it gets you meditation, it gets you yoga, it gets you all that stuff. But I don't think that you should be it should be the choice to be your first ever game pack. No, it's wrong. Then comes the Realm of Magic, one of my least favorite game packs. Why? Because of course you get Glimmer Brook, the beautiful world, but I'm not into magic, so Realm of Magic is one of my least favorite packs. The cash items are medium quality, they're not so good. The build and buy items are also okay, but for some people, the Realm of Magic is very good pack. If if you are into magic, you should probably get it. That you should take care as per your like interest, as per your taste. If you like magic, it can be your first ever game pack. If you don't like magic, then don't choose it as your first ever game pack. Then comes the Stranger with my least favorite pack. I can't even understand properly what this pack is all about, so I don't really recommend this to people. And this can't be your first ever game pack. I can't describe it properly. That's why I'm not going to give a huge amount of description about it. The world's not so beautiful. It is very sandy, very deserty. The cast items are medium quality. The build and buy items are also medium quality. Let's move ahead. I don't want to stay on this pack for a long time. Now, what stuff packs are best? Stuff packs are of a huge variety, but some of them are not to be bought. So, the first stuff pack I recommend you guys that can be your first ever stuff pack, that should be laundry stuff. And after that, toddler stuff I really do adore and enjoy, and I'm obsessed with it, because you get a beautiful fence, a lot of tiny dot swings, slides, Very beautiful build and buy items, very beautiful cash items for your toddlers, and a lot of stuff that I really do admire in this pack. So you should get this. It can be your first ever game pack. Then comes the backyard stuff that I thought was cool but wasn't cool. It only gets you two slides, a summer drink tray, a summer drink tray, and then a cute boy hairstyle, and a very cool pair of jeans for both male and female sims. The build and buy items, this only gets you two slides. So if you're thinking about getting slides like I did, so you should probably not go for it. It shouldn't be your first ever game pack. Then comes the movie hangout stuff. I don't really think that I hated this pack. I really enjoyed this pack. You get to watch movies with your sims. The build and buy items are also cool. Like I really do like this pub here, and then the cast items are also so cool. The tops of the girls and all that stuff. It is so funky. Like it can be definitely be your first ever stuff pack. It is worth it. And then if you move, oh, this pack should be your first ever stuff pack, but it is rated so below in my list because I really do think it is new. I mean, it is definitely new. It released uh after I don't know what month, but this pack can definitely be your first ever stuff pack, but I don't really enjoy modeling. That's why I didn't really enjoy it. But for a stuff pack, the modeling career, the photography, and all that stuff can be it. But because the stuff packs don't contain a lot of things, but Moschino stuff contain lot series of lot of things, and the doors and the windows that came with it are amazing. The cast items are amazing, and the build and buy obviously is. And then the luxury party stuff that I don't really think I enjoyed, because you get a beautiful cast items in it, and of course you get not so good build and buy items in it. But luxury party stuff is not worth to get this as your first ever stuff pack. No, it's not worth it. Then you get to the fitness stuff. It is not worth to get to your first stuff pack. I really don't enjoy this, except I do like the climbing wall thing that came with it. So for and the cast items are medium quality, they are not so good, all related with fitness. And then the build mode items, basically they are all related to fitness again, and they are to go to the gym. They like to go in the gym only. And the my first pet stuff, the one I like the most, but the one that people don't like the most. Because for this, the requirement is that you need to have cats and dogs, so it can definitely be your first ever game pack if you have your first ever expansion pack as the Sims 4 cats and dogs, as I told you. You can also build a bundle like I did. So with cats and dogs, you can pair up with my first pet stuff. I do like the hamster that came with it, and the fish tank. You can see here the fish tank table that also came with it. I do like the rabbit rodent fever. I really do like that. I really enjoyed the animations of it. Like you can uh, have your own hamster pet. It was amazing. Okay, let's move ahead. Tiny living stuff pack is so down for my list because it only gets you Murphy bed and a new type of death and a new lot type. The cast items are good, and of course I forgot to tell you the my first pet stuff cast items are so good. Build and buy items are mostly filled of pets. So the tiny living stuff pack, the cast items are good. The build and buy items only contains Murphy beds. Major build and buy items contains only Murphy beds. And some build and buy items are beautiful, but some are not. But I don't think that this should be a first ever expansion pack. I don't really go for it. Perfect patio stuff only gets you the hot tub, and that you can also like. after the Sims 4 20th birthday, you can also see a hot tub in your bathtub menu in your bathtubs, that you will get a free hot tub with the Sims 4 20th birthday. You got a free hot tub with your Sims 20th birthday. So you should not go for it as your first ever stuff pack. And I don't really admire this pack. Like, only for hot tubs we're spending a lot of money. Like vintage glamour stuff, here they come. I really do like the butler system, that you can have your own butler that will do as you say. The cast items are good. The build and buy items are kind of Victorian, so the build and buy items are not my style. Then the kids' room stuff is so far below my list because I don't really use the kids' room. The kids' room uh, build and buy items in my kids' rooms. So, and the cast items are good. Cast items are okay, but it only gets you a little bit of like what do you call it, video games and all that, a little bit of funky beds. Bowling night, I don't really admire that much because it's just like backyard stuff. You get to bowl, and the cash items are good. The build and buy items only gets you the bowling pit and all that. The cool kitchen stuff is not so cool because the cash items are okay, they're not so good. The build and buy items are good for your kitchen. You get the popcorn maker, you get the ice cream maker, but they should have included more in this, like toasters and toasters and a lot of things. And all the things they included in this pack can be in the base game also. So I don't think this should be your first ever stuff pack. Then the spooky stuff, the one I hate the most. You get to host spooky parties in it. You get the spooky cake. You get a lot of decorations with it. So the build mode items are medium, and then you get the gas items. They are also haunted, kind of haunted. So they're okay, but not so good. So I don't really think this should be your first ever expansion pack. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and hopefully this video helped you. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon if you like this video, like my video, and of course comment down your suggestions. And of course I'll be back soon with a new video. So bye guys.